All right. Um, Welcome to our college and career day. And so I know that we're going to have, I'm Miss Christelle from Wooten Center, and we are happy just to share with you today about how to become a firefighter. And we have our wonderful we have our wonderful Captain Boutte that is going to be joining us in a little bit. And before he gets here, we know that we're also streaming on YouTube. And so anyone that wants to join in, everyone that wants to join in or watch this later, you totally can. We actually have Captain Boutte here. Hi, Captain Boutte. And we had youth that RSVP'd, but they're not here yet. Actually, look, some of them are coming in right now. And so we just want to share with you all, we're going to be sharing with you all a little bit about what it takes to become a firefighter. And even as we share that with you, we want to make sure that you guys are aware that even as you're pursuing your careers for college, for higher education, that you know what's required to get there. So whatever goal that you want to accomplish, regardless of if that's being a scientist or a doctor or a lawyer, a teacher, any career, we want to make sure that you're ready and that you have all the tools that you need to pursue higher education. And so if you are in elementary school, your next level, it's going to be middle school, right? And after middle school, you've got high school. After high school, you've got college, or it could be a community college or a trade school. And so at some of those trade schools, you may get different certifications and that kind of stuff as well. And after, let me see, I know we got Peyton in here. And Peyton is, Peyton, I'm going to brag on you a little bit. You're a graduating senior this year. And so Peyton, what do you want to become for your career? What do you want to do for your career?
I'm trying to actually become a CRNA. And if any of you guys don't know what that is, it's a certified registered nurse anesthesiologist. You assist the doctor with the anesthesia. Yeah, during surgery.
Awesome. Well, that's wonderful. So just like how you want to do that, we want you to know that you can absolutely accomplish it. And so even if there's a student that's younger than you, they're going to be like, okay, Peyton, I know that you're getting ready, because you're getting ready to go to college. And so you're pursuing that career. And so for all of our students, we want you all to know that you can totally accomplish your goals. It's not like a pie in the sky. This is going to become your reality. Okay. And Peyton, we're excited for you because you're awesome. You're jamming. And so come on, you may be working on one of us, or somebody may have a broken wrist, or you helping to make sure that we have the right kind of medicine when we're there at the hospital, right? So Peyton, we need you. And I'm excited to see you become that certified registered nurse.
That's
awesome. You're welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. All right. Well, we have Captain Boutte here. And Captain Boutte, look, you guys, I'm going to tell you the real. Captain Boutte, because you guys know that there's those fires that are happening right now too, right? Literally, Captain Boutte was like, Miss Christelle, we're going to see. And he was literally not going to be able to be here because he's a firefighter. He's getting the call right now, like, I gotta go, right? And so Captain Boutte, I appreciate you taking the time to hop on. He gave me a call back. He said, they canceled it. So he is here. And so you guys, welcome to the life of a firefighter. This is for real. You gotta drop everything and go. And so Captain Boutte, I want to hand it over to you. And he is our firefighter. Like we had a false alarm at the center and he literally came. And that's how we met Captain Boutte. And so he is here today. So we appreciate you. And so Captain Boutte is going to share about what it takes to become a firefighter and what do you need to do to become a firefighter. To you, Captain Boutte. And unmute yourself. Oh, you're unmute. You're muted. And while he's muting, Captain Boutte is also gonna Yes, he's going to show us around the
Yes.
fire station too, if possible.
Yes. So I'm at the fire station now. This is a big fire station. This is fire station 33. It's a battalion house. I'll get into that in a minute, but just to let you guys know a little bit about me and who I am. My name is Captain Michael Boutte. I've been on the department for almost 14 years now. You guys can still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So for almost 14 years, the sun's really bright over there. And yeah, my dream, this is my dream job. So when I was a kid, I lived in Leimert Park. And when I was 5 years old, just to give you a little background story, I was 5 years old and my two younger were at home and we were taking a nap in my mom's room. And all of a sudden we heard the smoke detector go off. Smoke alarm went off and my mom opened the door and thick, heavy black smoke started pouring into the bedroom. She called 911, and then shortly after, the fire department showed up. It was the same department I work for, LA City Fire Department. And I witnessed from across the street the firefighters go into the house, and then they climbed on the roof and they brought the nozzle in and were squirting water, and they put the fire out, and then they came over to check in on us to see if we're doing all right and see how we were doing. And it was scary because our house caught on fire, but at the same time too, it was really exhilarating for me to see that and witness that. And from that moment, you know, as a 5-year-old little kid in kindergarten, I was like, you know, everybody, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a firefighter. And that truly like stuck the whole way through, all the way from elementary school to it was time for me to pick a career and get serious. This is what I wanted to do, and I knew I wanted to do this for sure. So that's a little bit what I'm going to talk about: education and what it took me to get here and what it takes to become a firefighter in general. So, excuse me. Right here, you guys see this is engine 33. This is a fire engine. I'll show you the side of it. This station here, we call this a task force. It actually houses in this blank spot right here, this empty spot, it houses the fire truck. The fire truck is the big long one that has the big long ladders and it has the aerial ladders. And then there's another fire engine that follows that fire truck. So this station has two engines, one fire truck. This, we call it a plug buggy. It's basically just a utility vehicle. So if we need to get these bottles or move any of this equipment down to another station, we'll do that. And today, even though I'm a captain, today they have me in a different position. I'm driving this. This is what the chief rides around in. So my position today is his assistant, essentially. I drive him around, and just now, like she was explaining, we had a big brush fire that started yesterday, and today there was a rekindle of it in the harbor, so down in San Pedro area. So we got called to go respond to that, but then they canceled us because they're going to be able to handle it without our assistance. So fortunately, I'm able to come over here and talk to you guys. But is there any questions that you wanted to ask or interject with right now, or do you want me to just continue going on kind of the process?
You're good. Continue. That looks pretty cool with all the stuff you have to load up in the trucks, like different trucks.
Right. So I'll go ahead and I will talk about what it takes to become a firefighter. So first of all, school is important. School is important for everything that we do, right? And I know at times, children, you know, when you're in school, sometimes you kind of think like, why do I have to take this math or blah, blah, blah. Don't take it serious. Or if you get in trouble or fight. I just really want to impress upon everybody when I do these talks with schools, like how important it actually is that you pay attention to that and make it something that's really serious. Even at a young age, if you make a mistake, oh, here we go. This is great. So we got the fire truck right now is coming in. So I'm going to record them and you guys can see, this is the fire truck that I was talking about earlier. You'll see them in the background. It's the big, long one. And if you notice the difference between this one, like I said, it has that aerial ladder, the white one, and it has ladders in the side and it has ladders inside of it. But in the back of this one, you see there's a person up there. We call that the tiller person. Let me get a little picture of him. That's the tiller person. So that person up top doesn't necessarily drive the truck, but he steers the wheels in the back. And here's the other engine that I said that follows the truck behind. Oh, look, just like that. These guys literally just got here. This is how busy we are. They got here to park, It's about
Wow.
almost time for us to eat dinner. And the second they pulled in right now, they just got another call. So
Oh my
now they're on
goodness.
to another call to respond to help somebody. And as you guys are aware, there's a multitude of calls that we can go on. We don't just go on fires, and we go on traffic accidents. That truck, they go responsive, like stuck elevators and shootings, all kinds of crazy calls that we can go on. But getting back to what I was saying, so education, right? For me as a young kid, I knew I wanted to become a firefighter. So in doing that, I had to make sure that I had good grades and stayed in school and did, and make sure that I did well. And you don't necessarily have to go to college, but it definitely helps you in the process when you apply because you look a little more favorable when you have a degree. So I stayed in school and I actually went to USC, which is not too far from where I grew up, and I loved it. And even though I was at USC, I majored in international relations, which I also enjoyed very much. It was very interesting to me and it was fun. But I always had that passion in my heart to become a firefighter. Like I knew that's what I wanted to do. So I went all the way through college. And while I was in college, I started to reach out because I knew it was about time for me to pick a career and a profession. And this was always on my mind and it was always in my heart that I was really passionate about wanting to do this. And so I looked into what steps it would take for me to become a firefighter, and specifically with the city of Los Angeles, which is the department that put my house out. So in doing so, I noticed that you needed to be in shape, again, stay out of trouble. You have to have good credit. You have to have at least a high school diploma or GED. And again, having a college degree gives you a little bump up. So I had that as well. And also to give you an advantage, if you become a paramedic on your own, or if you become an EMT, that helps you within the process as well. So while I was applying for different departments, I went and became an EMT and then also took a fire academy at El Camino College, which was very fun and exciting. And then I eventually went to paramedic school on my own and became a paramedic. And I worked for a paramedic very shortly before I finally got the good news. I got the good call so that I can become a firefighter. So I got hired, for, like I said, roughly 14 years ago, and I was a brand new firefighter. I was a rookie on probation, and I first was assigned to a fire engine like that, where you have to figure out all the different tools and equipment. And I'll show you that right here. Here's where we connect to the fire hydrants right here. We call this a four-way valve. This is the hose that we use. It's called 4-inch hose. Now, if you look at this, it looks a little bit longer than 4 inches, but when it's full, it's 4 inches in diameter. And then we have more hose over here. And then we have tools and equipment inside. So here we have ladders, we have rubbish hooks, pike poles. Up top, we have our rope bags. And then we have, these are our air bottles. So you see like this whole engine, we have a rotary saw that we use. This is our forcible entry compartment. We can use this to break into buildings or houses or breach walls if we need to. And it's just full of equipment. And then these are our firefighting lines. So when we actually get a fire, what we'll do is we'll jump up here and we'll grab one of these. There's a nozzle in the middle of it and we'll pull it off and we'll run. So this is 400 feet of 1.75-inch diameter hose, of 1.5-inch hose. And then we have 500 feet of 1-inch hose. We use the 1-inch hose for small little brush fires. So, oh, here we go. And then we're at the fire station. So here's the fire pole. And believe it or not, just a little side note, I'll show you another little video of it. We use it when we have to. If we are asleep at night, because we sleep upstairs, and I'll show you, our dorm room is upstairs. So if we're asleep at night and we get a fire or we get a response, we have 3 poles. All of us can run to a pole and slide down to get to the rigs as fast as possible, because we have to be lightning fast. We have 60 seconds to respond to a call when we get our alarm. So sorry to digress, but going back to it, like I said, the education was important, and you have to figure out what your path is and what it is that you need to do. So I had that list and I started checking those things off. And eventually, you apply and you prepare and you study and you kind of go over interview questions, and then you feel, you're ready. And for me, like I said, I got hired by LA City, and it was like the best thing in the world for me. I love this profession. I love this career, and I'm very passionate about doing it. I'm passionate about helping people, and not just regular people with, 911 emergencies. But now that I'm a captain, I am actually a supervisor and a trainer. So now when I have probationary members or rookies that come in and they're brand new firefighters like I was 14 years ago, I'm able to go over different things like how to put this hose together, or, you know, how we utilize this engine, or we can help them out. We have engineers. And also too, all of these panels and dials, if you look at it, this looks pretty complicated. It kind of is, but you know, we can teach them how to use it so that you can dial up the appropriate pressures, and you can put water in the engine, and then you connect the hose down here. And when you run it out, you can open it up and then you can get the water. This is how we kind of control the water out of the fire hoses. So at this point, did you want to take like a little question and answer session, or is there anything that you want me to ask specifically?
Well, you guys have any questions? Payne, Miss Marissa, you guys have any questions?
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So how much do you estimate that the fire hydrants hold in water? Estimate.
You're muted. Uh-oh. So Captain Boutte, can you unmute yourself?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I muted myself. Okay, so can you repeat that question for me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was asking if you were to estimate how many gallons of water is held in a fire hydrant, how many would you say?
That's kind of a difficult question because the fire hydrant itself doesn't necessarily hold the water. It's kind of like a water faucet. Like a water faucet, like if you went to a sink, like the sink doesn't necessarily have thousands of gallons of water in it, but if you turn it on, you can get a lot of water out of it. So what I can tell you is this particular fire hose that we use, and I'll show you the nozzle. This one right here, which is pretty big. You know, this is kind of like, you know, for cops, they have guns, and this is what we use. We use fire hoses. This one right here can put out 325 gallons per minute, which is a lot of water. And it's a whole lot. So that's pretty much, that could probably fill up, I don't know, let me see, like 7 or 8 bathtubs in 1 minute if I had to fill them up. That's just to give you an idea like how much water that is. And then the hoses over here, when we use these, we for a regular fire, we primarily use these two right here. We have 1 3/4 inch, and then we have 1.5 inch line diameter hose. Those put out they put out 200 GPM, so 200 gallons per minute for the 1 3/4 inch, and then the just slightly smaller one, the 1.5 inch, that puts out 125 gallons per minute. So in 1 minute, you could probably fill up 2 or 3 bathtubs. So just to give you an idea, like how much water actually comes out of that.
I have a question.
Yes.
Has there ever been a time where the hose wasn't long enough?
Yes, there are. So sometimes, yeah, so we have the hoses connect. So like I said, we have 400 feet of hose. Let's say, for example, if we had a fire that was 500 feet away and there's no way we can get closer, what we'll do is we'll pull first the smaller hose and we'll run that all the way out and get the 400 feet. And then we'll go to the next size hose bigger up and then pull 100 feet of that and connect it. And then we'll have our 500 feet. And then our engineer, they have to figure out this. So this is why school is important. They have to use math because they don't just guess, but all of these numbers and dials and gauges, and we have all of this right here, they would have to figure out, and this is the relief valve and whatnot, and this is the throttle. This gives the pressure or the amount of how much kind of we can push out, but they need to calculate how much pounds per square inch, PSI, they need to adjust to account for that extra amount of hose. So that was a very good question. So this isn't just like a set it and forget it. You don't just come over here and just push a button and then the water comes out. Like I said, as you can see, that's a lot of dials, but it looks complicated. It's kind of like if you look at a pilot's airplane or like the jet, like there's a whole bunch of dials and whatnot, but they know what they need to do to get the plane to fly. But there's a lot to know, right? So it's kind of similar here.
So is there normally one person that's like they're checking on the dials and another person? Of course, you have the other people with the hose, but someone that just stays there to make sure all the dials.
Good question. So here, I'll show you. So we have the front seat right here, the driver. That driver is known as the engineer. So he or she is responsible for driving the apparatus, and they're also responsible for maintaining it. So like they check the brakes, the oil, the fluid. They're the ones that make sure that when it's time to put fuel in it, we get it fueled up. And when we get to a fire, they're the ones that come over here and they do all of the engineering right here. This is their pump panel. They're in charge of that. The two members in the back, the member that sits right behind the engineer, we call them a hydrant member. That person is in charge of coming back here when we pull up to a fire, and they will go to the fire hydrant. They'll come, they'll grab this off, and then they'll grab these tools, and then they'll pull out the hose as much as they need, and then they'll go to a fire hydrant, and they will connect the hose to the fire hydrant. Then they yell at the engineer, take off, and then the engineer will drive the engine to the house that's on fire. Once that engineer gets to the house that's on fire, they'll stop right in front, and then they'll put the brakes on. And then the engineer comes in the back, right? And if you can imagine, imagine all the hose that stretches way out. Let's say if the hydrant was by that house or that apartment, and then they will disconnect it from the engine right here, and they would plug it in right here. I'll show you. They would plug it in right here. And then when they plug it in here, they screw it in tight, and then they open it up right here. If I open this up now, a bunch of water will come out, so I'm not going to do that. So, oh, great. The fire truck and the other fire engine is coming back, so I'll show you guys again. And I'll give you a little tour of the fire truck in a second. But they would connect it. The other member in the back seat, that member is called the nozzle member. They're the ones that's actually going to get the fire nozzle and hose and pull the appropriate amount to put the fire out. And they're going to be the ones that actually put the fire out and squirt the water. And then the person that sits in front of them, that'd be my position, the captain. I'm the supervisor to make sure that everything goes well, and also do the radio communications. And I also talk to the members to give them the direction of what we need to do. So here's the fire truck again. You see that tall, big right there, the big white aerial ladder? Mm-hmm. That can extend to reach 100 feet because there's 4 sections of it and it extends out. And then, like I said, here again is the fire engine, another one. This fire engine follows the fire truck because in the fire truck, we don't carry any water. We only carry the tools, ladders, and equipment. In the fire engine, we have the capability, like I said, you can see it a little different. This one, as you can tell, is a little different than that other engine. This one's a little older, but it's opened up right here. And this, for example, is one of the nozzles right here, right? So this is one of the nozzles that we can use to fight the fire. But we would take that. This also carries 500 gallons of water in it. So we can ride around, like let's say if a car catches on fire in the freeway, there's obviously no fire hydrants on the freeway, but we can use the water that's carried in the engine and squirt it and put the fire out. And we do that actually all the time. So were there any more questions about that? Or
yes.
Was that enough?
Yes, Peyton has a question.
Okay, don't think I'm goofy or anything.
No, not at all.
How much does it take to fill up the fire truck? Like, far as gas?
The fuel? A lot. So a regular car carries around anywhere from like 15 to maybe like a bigger SUV might have like 20 gallons that it carries. This fire engine that I'm sitting on right now has.
He cut out.
Sorry, is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I accidentally touched this. It just kind of goes in and out. So sorry about that. How many students are actually online right now?
So right now we have one, which is interesting because we had so many others that RSVP, but this is going live on YouTube. So they'll be able to watch it back as well, perfect. Which is really cool. Yeah.
Sounds good. Excellent. Okay, cool. Because I was going to say, I was like, yeah, you know, let's, if we had some more questions, but by all means, is there anything else or another question that you guys had?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the answer? I don't think we heard that part. I think it cut off right before.
I'm sorry. So I was saying, so this fire engine right here carries 65 gallons. It has a 65 gallon tank of diesel. So to do the math on that, you figure a fill up, that'd be 65 times roughly $6 right now, right? That's basically, that's a lot of money. It'd be like, and then we fill up every day. So I'd say roughly every day we're putting in around 20 gallons of fuel. 6, yeah. So we're probably putting in like every day, maybe like anywhere from like $140 of fuel to fill these up because we run a lot of calls. So that's kind of interesting.
Awesome. All right,
Yeah.
you guys. So I have some questions. So you guys all heard what Captain Boutte just shared, right? I'm going to ask him some more questions, and everything that he shared with you, I want you to make sure you have your catchers up, because we're going to, even as we'll see if others students jump in, but we're going to play some games, and we actually have an activity as well. And so Captain Boutte, I think you mentioned it, but what university did you graduate from?
The University of Southern California, USC. Fight on.
Awesome, right?
Yep.
And what was your major in college?
International relations.
International relations. Awesome. And question, if you're going, and I know you mentioned that students could go to El Camino and be in the fire, is it
Academy.
a fire cadet fire academy?
Yep.
There, El Camino, and so is there like a special major that you have to have in college, like fire science or something like
No.
that?
Not necessarily. You can so at El Camino, you wouldn't necessarily get a bachelor's degree. You can get an associate's of science in fire science. So you could take different fire courses, but one of the courses it's actually a big course that's worth several units is the fire academy itself. So, but you can't just go in there, let's say your first day, and just say, hey, I want to be in the fire academy. You have to take courses to kind of have as prerequisites to be able to get into that. So, and I took all of those. I don't recall exactly what they were, but I believe it's like fire science 101, like the intro to fire science, where you just learn like about the fire tetrahedron and like what is fire and how to put fire out and like the damage and destruction it can cause, right? So you have that. And there's some of the firefighters right here. You guys want to say hi?
Hey.
How you doing?
Hi.
So this is actually one of our cadets, and then this is one of our firefighter paramedics. So right now they're doing a little training. And what are you guys gonna throw some ladders? We're gonna show them 20X. Outstanding. You know what? We'll get a little treat. We'll watch them throw the ladder or whatnot. So that'll be kind of cool. But they're gonna practice that.
What is throwing a ladder?
Oh, so a big part of our job is, you can see we have the ladder over there. And you know what? While we're doing that, I will show you all the ladders that we carry in the fire truck. We carry several. So I told you we had a 100-foot, the big white ladder on the top. Like you see it, that's called an aerial ladder. That can reach around the 7th floor of a building. So when we throw that and extend it fully, it goes pretty high. This ladder right here, we call this our 35-foot extension ladder. You can see how long it is. So it's 2 sections and this rope right here in the middle. When we throw it and we lay it up against the building, we pull that rope. And as we pull that rope, it extends the fly section of that ladder. So it gets to be 35 feet long. Technically, if you put 2 pieces together of it, it's really 40 feet, but there's a little overhang. And then if you look back here, we have even more ladders. All of these are ladders, as you can see. So the cool here, I'll show you this. What's cool, this one's a 24-foot ladder. So this is a big ladder, but they're locked in right now. But if you come over here, you can unlock it right here. When you do that, the ladder slides right out. You see that? It's kind of cool. And see the firefighter over there, he's pulling that ladder right there. That's called a 20 extension ladder, 20-foot extension.
Can't see you, sir.
What's that?
We can't see you.
Oh, you know what? I got another call coming right now. Sorry. Yeah, is that better?
Yes.
My grandmother was calling me right now. So I got to ask you to forgive me. But as you can see right here, so like I was saying, he has a 20-foot extension ladder. And it looks like there's 2 pieces to the ladder, but that rope right there, when he throws it, when he stands it up, once he starts to pull down that rope, that ladder will go higher and higher and higher. Then it will reach 20 feet high. So like I was saying here, as you can see, this is where we keep them stored. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ladders that go all the way in here. And this is the longest one that's in this portion of it. It's 24 feet long, which is really long. It can get to 2nd story roof. So I'm gonna close that. As you can see, the firefighters are coming out right now. Even though it's almost time for dinner, we train and we drill and we practice quite a bit. So that's what they're doing right now. So we got a rookie or a probationary member, and then we have an explorer right now who's learning how to throw ladders for the first time. He's trying to actually become a firefighter, and these 2 gentlemen right here want to get on the job to become firefighters. And if they keep working hard and practicing, they'll be successful and they'll get it, which is awesome.
That's awesome. I know, Captain Boutte, I know you mentioned about like being in shape. Like,
yes.
Yeah, it's more than just a workout, because as a firefighter, you may be lifting
What's
someone,
you?
as a firefighter, you may be lifting someone or moving someone from a building. Like, what are some of the actual things, like
Yeah.
being in shape? What does that mean actually? And then like your mental capacity, like to see a fire happening, like what kind of mind space
Okay, sure. I
do you
can
need to
explain
be
that. So,
in?
what kind of what?
Like in your mind, like your headspace,
Uh-huh.
like what kind of knowledge do you have to have in your mind to see something happening, or even if it's like something really scary happening, and to stay calm?
You kind of, yeah, that's a good question. There's things that we see and witness all the time that kind of catch you off guard, right? I mean, that's unfortunately, there's a part, like, our job is fun, and we get to ride on the fire trucks and the fire engines, and people wave to us and smile, and then we get to do the cool things. Like, I've actually literally saved a cat out of a tree, and then medically we've delivered babies and stuff.
Mhm.
But the true reality is there's times where things are pretty bad, right? And people get hurt and they get injured pretty badly. And like you said, right, when that happens, they call us out. And there's been things that I won't even speak about that I've seen that, like, a regular person will never witness in their whole entire life, which is good for them. But somehow you have to, like, work through that. And it's my job to be able to provide, I'm a paramedic also. I forgot to mention that, but to provide medical treatment for that person and help them out and get them to the hospital and try to give them the best chance possible. And sometimes it's successful, and unfortunately, sometimes it isn't. But we talk about, when we do come across things that are very, very, very stressful, we have doctors and psychologists that talk to us. And then also too, working out, that's like a stress reliever. Or maybe like some firefighters meditate, or some firefighters like do their hobbies. So I have a couple of hobbies. One of my hobbies is cooking, and then also another hobby is gardening. So I love gardening with my daughter. But after a long, stressful day, and then sometimes too, that's another thing I was gonna say, we work 24 hours, right? So sometimes there's been times where we've worked a full 24-hour shift, and we try to get some sleep, maybe around like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. But sometimes there's so many emergency calls going on that we don't get a chance to. And there's been several times where I've worked a full 24 hours and not had a chance to even try to make it to the dorm to take a nap or sleep. But somehow you kind of keep pushing and go forward. But you can also work overtime too, where you work multiple days in a row. So sometimes that kind of fatigues you too. But you just try to find a nice little balance where you can either work out or just try to relax when you can and kind of reduce some stress, because this is a very stressful job.
Good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, do you guys have any other questions? No? Okay. Well, let me see here. Captain Boutte, what are you most passionate about?
I think I mentioned earlier it sounds like a very cliche answer, but I can make it a little more personable. I'm very, very passionate about helping people, which is why I got in this profession. So of course I could have helped others. I could work at a tire shop and help people change their tires. But specifically, like I said, because of my experience when I was 5 years old, I'm passionate about helping people the same way that I was helped and I was rescued and saved. So it's twofold for me. Like, when somebody calls 911 and we go out and we respond to calls, I can help them out, and like putting a smile on somebody's face is one of the most rewarding things you can do. Or, especially like if you save someone's life, right? Or also too, just like we have the probationary members and also the cadets that are now trying to practice and become firefighters, it's really rewarding for me to help them and help them get on the job. And then when they get on the job, help them kind of learn their craft and like get skillful, and we pick up more skills and learn different trades and promote within their career. So that to me is very, very rewarding.
Nice. What do you love most about your job?
So, like, kind of along those same lines, right? Helping people. What I love about it though is that every single day is different. So I don't know what I'm going to see any particular day. Like, today we had a call that was actually pretty sad. I won't talk about it, but the outcome was good, but it's just something that you wouldn't even think of in a million years, right? And it happened. But we go out and we kind of help somebody and we try to make it better and get them to the hospital or mitigate certain situations and circumstances. 2 days ago when I was at work, I didn't think this at all, whatever, but we rescued a snake. So somebody called 911 because there was a snake in there. And it was like a 3-foot long gopher snake. harmless. The snake was scared, so I was able to like pick it up and kind of put it in the box and rescue it. But again, there's no telling like what we can go on, right? We can go on a big fire to like a car accident to somebody knocking over a fire hydrant. And the cool thing about it is you gotta like everything that we do, you gotta like kind of use your brain and kind of use your skills and try to figure out, kind of solve the problem. Like, how do I fix this, right? Yeah. So if this car is turned upside down on a fire hydrant and spraying water everywhere, how do I fix it? How do I mitigate it, right? So that's the fun part about my job that I love. And like I said, every day is different. Every day is exciting. Every day is new. It's not, for me, it's just not the same thing over and over and over again. So that's, and the majority of firefighters, like we like having that kind of like exciting, like rush of like, I don't know what we're going to go on,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you guys have any more questions?
Not at the moment. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Of course.
Well, you guys, I know Captain Boutte, so he may be able to still hang with us, or he may have to go because, he may get a call at any time.
Hey, so I was going to tell you, I actually do have to go since I'm in a different position
yes.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give you guys a heads up, yes. Staffing right now is really challenging and difficult. So we have a whole bunch of vacancies. So now I have to go in our system and I have to, unfortunately, tell some of these firefighters that, hey, you're not going to go home tomorrow. You're going to work.
Oh,
so,
man.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to be the bearer of bad news. But the good news is that it is overtime. So they're going to get compensated for it. But, tomorrow is Saturday. So maybe if somebody had a plan and let's say take their little daughter to Knott's Berry Farm, well, if I have to hire you for tomorrow, unfortunately, you're going to have to reschedule. So that's another thing about us as firefighters, right? We work these 24-hour shifts. And look at your schedule. Like if you work on Christmas and you can't get somebody to get the day off for Christmas, guess what? You're working on Christmas. So wow. I can't tell you how many times I worked on my birthday or on 4th of July or Christmas or Thanksgiving. But the good news is since we're kind of like a family, when we have Christmas dinner here, it's fun. And usually the family can come by and say hi and everything. So it's like, yeah, you're at work, but you can squeeze in those couple of hours to have a good time. So
that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, from what you guys have seen here with Captain Boutte, like being a firefighter is absolutely commitment. It is you giving back to your community. And you guys, like I said, he is right here in our local community, right here in South LA. And at Fire Station
57. It's on 78 Vermont.
Right in our neighborhood.
Right down the street from St. Michael's, the little elementary school that I went to when I was a kid. So I specifically wanted to work in this area because I'm a product of this neighborhood. I grew up here to some extent, right? So
Absolutely. Well, Captain Boutte, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you so much, your time and just sharing with our youth and young adults, and you guys, you can totally become a firefighter like Captain Boutte just mentioned. And so we want you to go for it, achieve your dreams, and you never know, you may be at the same station. And
yeah, absolutely.
And you may be helping you throw some ladders.
Yeah, and then I'll just show you. This is they're practicing. So they were practicing.
Oh man.
Oh, more ladders too.
Nice.
Ladders everywhere. Well, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk. Like I said, I truly am passionate about helping people and spreading the word and doing whatever I can to educate and motivate and, foster, kids staying in school and doing well. And of course, this isn't just for becoming a firefighter. If you guys have any dreams, aspirations of doing anything, that's worth that's important, you got to actually put the time in and effort and focus and go to school. And so I'm all for that. And education is big for me. In fact, I'm going to apply back to school in a little bit for my master's in executive leadership. So it's really important. Yeah. So,
nice. That's awesome. Awesome. And congratulations. All the best.
Thank you. We'll turn over this way. All right. Thank you very much again.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening.
Yes. You're welcome. Welcome.
Oh, that's a call.
Oh, that's a call coming through. Oh my goodness.
Here, we can watch them leave if you want real quick.
Yeah.
South Broadway Street,
you'll see they got a call, so they'll come running out and everybody gets ready to go on the call right now. And then they're getting loaded up and we don't know what it is. It said unknown medical. But are you the tiller? Yeah. Okay, so the firefighter paramedic right now, like I was saying earlier, he's the tiller. He's gonna hop up there and he steers these back wheels. So he's not driving them, but he steers them so that way this big truck can make really sharp, tight turns because, like the streets can be real tight and narrow. So we'll see him go up and then get ready. And everybody's getting ready to take off on this call right now. Unless you guys want me to take it? You want to take it from me? Hey, look, he's climbing up. So that's that. So yeah,
Awesome.
so they're gonna take off in a little bit. So all right, well again, thank you guys very much.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. See you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So you guys, we have a game. So how was that? Oh my goodness, that was awesome.
That was interesting.
That was so awesome.
It takes a lot to be a firefighter, I would say, much more than what I thought.
See? That's good. That's good. And, men and women can become firefighters. So don't just think it's just for like guys. Women are absolutely becoming firefighters all the time. And like he mentioned, the physical, you being ready to, because, when you see something traumatic, you still have to stay calm to support and help that person that's in need. And like you said, you're going to have fun and it's really like a family there as a firefighter. And so, and you're a captain. And so there's all these different levels as well. There's Captain 1, Captain 2, there's all these different levels. So it's really, really cool, really great career. And Captain Boutte is with LA City. And so different cities have different requirements in becoming a firefighter. And so for the activity, so we're actually going to do an activity. And so Peyton, you're here, we're having some fun. So we're going to play some games and there's going to be some prizes too. So come on, girl. So Miss Marissa, you can actually show, as Miss Marissa gets the game ready, actually have some photos here with Captain Boutte at the fire station, and I'll just show you guys. So this is him here, and let's see, there's another one. Do you guys see that one?
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. And then there's another one here. With the dog.
One picture.
You see this picture with the dog?
No, it's only him and another guy.
Oh. Let me see. Let me share my screen one more time. You see this one with the puppy?
Yeah.
And then there's this one. So you guys see the gear, right? The gear is no joke. Literally, the gear, they have to put on the gear in like 1 minute. Like boots are already over the shoes. I mean, pants are already over the boots. They put their feet in, pull up, go like this, coat, gloves. No, the gloves are last. Helmet, strap it up, Velcro, gloves. Axe, you got the axe on your waist, all kinds of stuff. It's really, really cool. But just like how you saw them in the firehouse, they have to hurry up and get out of there as soon as they get those different calls. All right, Miss Marissa, you ready for the game?
Yes, I am. So I put the link in the chat right now, but I think it's probably best if I show you guys how to play it first. So we can do one game. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So there's this game, and then there's this game as well. So we can start with the Swiss firefighter game. So basically what you do is you have your... Can you guys hear me okay?
I think you should
I don't know how...
let me see. I can hear you okay, but we are hearing the sound from the game.
Let me turn off the sound.
Okay. And Miss Marissa, if the sound can't come off, you can give us some instructions just here.
Okay,
And
yeah.
then,
So we can play it together then.
yeah.
So then if you guys want, you guys could click the link in the chat and then click the Swiss firefighting game.
So Miss Marissa, you could tell us, yeah, and you could share with us.
So in this, you have 4 different types of hose. You have your first strike, your feeder hose, transportation hose, and pressure hose. So your first strike goes from the fire engine to the firefighter. And then your feeder hose goes from the hydrant / the portable pump to the fire engine. And then the transportation hose is from the fire engine pump to the adapter. And then the pressure hose is from the adapter to the firefighter. So when I first started playing, I was a little confused, but then I realized the first strike is the hose that they use to put on the water. And then the feeder hose is from the hydrant to the fire engine so that they could get more water. It's a lot of thinking, like, what would you do in this scenario? And then, so yeah.
All right. So you can share it with us, Miss Marissa, and then on your end, on your computer, you want to meet the challenge. And we may, Peyton, are you going to play with us?
Yeah, I could play.
Okay. And if you like, you can share your screen, like as you're connecting it. Whenever you're ready, you can let us know and you can share your screen and show us how you're coming along with your game. But Miss Marissa, you can start us off.
I think I'm able. Can you guys see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Without hearing the sound?
Turn off this.
Can you hear the sound of my game?
No, you're good.
Okay, sounds good. So when you click on your hose, you're gonna see green circles indicating where the hose should start. And then you're gonna click another flashing circle to select where the hose should finish. Fire engine in attendance. Here comes the fire engine, people. So I'm gonna take my first strike, give it to him, connect it to my fire hydrant, and now we got 1 fire. I'll give it to him. Oh, it doesn't look like I can put another one. But I do want to get a feeder hose to connect this because I saw that my water was going low. So here I can see my water coming more in.
Oh, that's cool.
I can click this to take it off again.
So you guys, this is exactly what a firefighter, these are what firefighters are doing, just like Captain Boutte showed us. You know, they're connecting all those different links, extensions for the hoses to, out the fires. All the different dials and stuff like that as well too. Oh, that's so that's a connector.
Now, no more water is coming out of the other ones because they're all empty.
Ah, so you can fill them up.
Yes. See, now this is filling up and now he started doing that again.
But then you got to you got to give a hose to this guy to those 2 guys so they can start watering. Ah, so your goal is to get out the fire in the least amount of time. So you good job.
Because I had a lot of practice.
Okay, look at this, game over. So you got to do it. You got to do it within the time frame. So Peyton, are you up for the challenge? You are a firefighter. Outing out the fire.
My phone just crashed. I was playing and then it crashed.
Miss Christelle, you want to share your screen and give it a try?
Do I want to share my screen and give it a try? Okay, hold on. Okay, let me see here. Oh, let me get it.
It starts getting a little intense.
No, how about Peyton? Peyton, how about you share your screen? Payne, how you feel? You want to share yours or no?
Yeah, I can share mine.
Okay, go for it.
Mm. Can you guys see my screen okay?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Where did it go? See, it keeps on crashing.
Oh no. You know what? Let's see. Maybe we could okay, let me do this. I'm gonna share my screen and then I'm gonna see if I can give you the remote, Peyton, and then you can try and do it from my computer. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, let's try it. Let's see if it'll do it. I know. Welcome to the world of technology, right? Be the no, Peyton, I don't see you on here. Yeah, I see you could annotate on the screen, Peyton, but I can't. I was trying to see if I can give you the remote, but I don't think I can.
I don't.
No. Okay. No problem.
Fire engines in attendance.
So I gotta put the.
Yeah, you gotta click something.
Okay, so from here, I can give it to this guy.
Yes.
The portal pump is now ready for you.
I can only connect one at a time.
But the portal pod is right there. Oh wait, no, you can't get
The
Oh, give it
connector?
to
Fire
Hans,
engines
maybe?
in attendance.
Oh no, you can't give it to Oh, give it to that truck.
Or
You could connect it to the other truck.
okay.
You ran out of water with this pen. You gotta get the transport hose. Oh yeah, the feeder hose.
Okay, so let's get him going. Then maybe get what's the transport hose? No?
If you click it again, it'll disconnect, like disappear.
Oh no, I don't think so. Oh man, the decision.
You have to pick a new hose. The yellow one won't work.
Okay. So and then I need to fill it.
Game over.
Okay. See, there's problem solving. There's critical thinking in this game. You guys clearly see I'm not good, but I am determined. I'm determined. I'm determined to see here. Peyton, I don't know if yours is it still crashing when you do it on your phone?
Yes.
If you want to give it a try, go for it.
Miss
Still
Chriselle, did you want to go on for the next video?
We can. Peyton, did you want to share yours or is it still crashing?
It's still crashing.
It's still crashing. Okay, no problem. Well, maybe do it on your computer. Like later, you could do it on your computer and you can give it a try. Because,
Okay.
like, I'm gonna try that again so I can beat the game. But Miss Marissa, Miss Marissa is gonna share. She's going to share. Miss Marissa, share the video with the gentleman getting dressed. They're putting on their fire suits.
Okay.
And then maybe we could play or were we gonna play the Kahoot game?
We can do the Kahoot game after the video if you like.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's good.
So this is a video of some firefighters who were called, well, their siren went off, so they had to drop everything that they were doing.
I want you guys to look at how long it takes them to get out of there. Oh, we don't hear your sound, Miss Mercy.
Do we need sound for this one, or can we just watch it?
There we go, it goes.
Yeah, we can hear you. So they're all watching a game.
Hmm. And just like that, so quick.
Do you see how they put their feet in? The boots already there, straps up. The coat on.
I wonder how heavy those are.
They're heavy.
And they're out of them.
Right, and that's both of them. Do you see they left at the same time?
Hmm.
And they're watching I think they're watching a soccer game.
Yeah.
So you guys, so that's how fast they have to get dressed to get out there to go fight fires or to go save someone, right? Literally that minute, drop everything. Did you get dressed that fast?
No.
And like Captain Boutte said, you have to be ready. So literally while he was there, they pulled in and they had to pull right back out, right? You got always stay ready. So cool. So we have another game to play.
Yes. Uh-oh. Okay. I thought you guys couldn't hear me for a second. So we have a Kahoot game. I'm pulling it up right now.
If you guys don't mind, because I'm still using my phone right now, can you just read the questions out loud? Like,
Mhm.
what's the next question?
And so Peyton, the game pin 774-8257.
Thank you.
Fine.
So we have 10 seconds to answer these. Uh-oh.
What's the question?
So what is this?
So is it
The options are
Well, I think think I'm gonna have to do this on my iPad. Just give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Do you want to? Okay, we can pause it for a second
Yeah.
and then we can restart. So there's a new game pin. It's 198, and I could put it in the chat as well.
Okay.
So 1984716.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, here we go. So we only have 10 seconds.
It says, what is this?
An alarm, fire truck, helmet, or fire pole.
What? Peyton, I see you doing it with lightning
Who
speed.
can do it? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You got to do it real quick to do that. What did Captain Boutte major in? Oh, this one has 20 seconds it started with. International relations. What is Captain Boutte most passionate about? Saving cats out of our trees, fighting crime, receiving awards, or helping people?
Oh, Peyton, I see you on fire. Coming, I'm coming.
What is this? Smoke, boots, coats, jacket. What is this? Fire station, helmet, firefighter, boots.
Fast.
Like now it's a speed.
Right, it's a speed game. Okay, hey, Peyton.
What is this?
Oh, okay, Peyton. Okay,
She's
Peyton.
2,000 above you, Miss Christelle. 2,000 points.
Coming back.
What is
coming back.
this? Firefighter, fire station, coat, or an alarm?
Wait, the actual person
Is that
or
a
what
trick
they're
question?
wearing?
Oh, see, this is a trick question. Trick question. Yeah.
What is this? Fire station, firefighter, helmet.
Okay. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
What is this? Fire truck, hose, firefighter, boots. Peyton has a streak with 9 correct answers in a row.
Hey, Peyton, I see you. Still 2,000 behind. Come on, Peyton, 11 answers in a row. Oh my goodness.
Wait, what?
Right. Okay.
Wait.
It's smoke.
What?
Where did Captain Boutte graduate college from?
Let's see. Come on,
Peyton.
Peyton.
On top.
Woo! On top. Jared, congratulations, Peyton.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were fast clicking. I was like, these trick questions.
Some of them got me too.
And then, because I'm being fast, I'm clicking the wrong thing. I'm like, yeah. Good job. Good job. Awesome. Is there anything, Peyton, that that stood out to you in what you learned from Captain Boutte, or just like what it requires to become a firefighter?
Just all them ladders. Like, I'm normally not scared of heights, but all those ladders have me second guessing myself.
Yep. So you got to, the ladders, the hose, the physical exam, being able to carry so many pounds. You may be carrying 80 to 100 pounds, depending on the person that you're taking out that fire or carrying down the stairs, something like that. And this is for men and women, right? And is there anything else that stood out to you?
No.
One of the things that he said was that you can be a paramedic or an EMT. And when you get your certificate in those in either of those, it helps to, like, when you get it, it boosts your chances even to become a firefighter as well. And in addition to, you have people that are just paramedics, right? Or they're just EMTs as well. But to become a firefighter, if you have those, the certification for the EMT for sure is required. And EMT stands for Emergency Medical Technician. Okay. And you have to get your EMTB, which is Emergency Medical Technician Basic, for basic life support certification, right? So if you need to resuscitate someone, you can be there with that person. Versus a paramedic, they're doing everything that's medical, like just like someone at the hospital, like a nurse at the hospital, right? If they need to insert an IV or something like that, that paramedic is doing that. And both of those areas will allow you to, have a higher chance to becoming a firefighter, which is really cool. So, so those are some other nuggets, there. Yeah, so really cool. Oh yeah, Peyton,
Sorry, I got kicked off.
No problem. I see you back here. I was saying that when you get your EMTB, which is Emergency Medical Technician Basic, it's for you to do basic life support certification. That's a certification you get when you get your EMTB certification. And so any like basic resuscitation of someone, but like a paramedic is someone who would give like an IV, just like a nurse would at the hospital. And so firefighters, when they have those certifications, it gives them, allows them to do more as a firefighter. But when they have it prior to them becoming a firefighter, it makes their chances even higher as well. Like Captain Boutte mentioned, if you have your GED, your high school diploma, but when you have your college degree, it's even better, right? So Peyton, I know you're working to become a nurse, a registered nurse at that. And so do you know what it requires in order for you to do that, with like the schooling and that kind of stuff?
8 years of schooling.
And you're going to be the best nurse, the best registered nurse ever, because I don't know if you guys ever seen the commercial, but the person's laying on the operation table and the doctor's asking the patient, which one should I use? Oh no. Right?
Yeah.
I want to know whoever's my doctor knows what they're doing. If they're like, oh, I need to make a cut right here, that they know what they're doing. Just like in any field. So you guys, in any area that you are doing, if it's being a chef, if it's a teacher, if it's a scientist, doctor, lawyer, technician, professional player in basketball, football, anything, there's so many things you can do. And even in becoming a firefighter, you want to give your best effort in whatever you choose to do as your career. And like Captain Boutte mentioned, he said he's very passionate about it. You could hear it in his voice too. He was excited to share with you all the different things that they do there at the fire station, and ultimately to save a life, And so really cool. So I want you all to learn about your fields, try new things, so Peyton, even like an internship would be great for you, so you can actually see what it takes for a nurse, what it's required for a nurse. And so you see the ins and outs and you'd be like, okay, yeah, right? If you were a firefighter, you'd be like, okay, ins and outs, but the ladder for the heights, okay, I'm gonna have to overcome that fear, right? So even as a nurse, I'm sure there's things that you're gonna have to overcome too. Are there any things that you are a little nervous about even in becoming a nurse, or excited about in becoming a nurse? What are you most excited about?
I could not do people's bodily fluids. I could not. Mentally, physically, emotionally, I could not do it.
And that's a part of it.
I'll probably just die if I got someone's urine or feces on me. I'll just die right there. I can't do it.
I get it. And that's a part of it. You got to be yet willing. Right? But I think the reward that you get from someone being alive because of what you have done to help them, I think, you're gonna brush that smell away. You're gonna be like, okay, all right, messy and all, but the person is here to live another day. That's priceless. So awesome. Is there any other questions or comments or anything, Ms. Marissa? I don't know if you have anything you want to ask or share, or
No, I think it was really interesting. I'm glad I got to see that. There's a lot of information. I think it takes a lot to become a firefighter. To think that you aren't sleeping for so many hours is insane, because I could not imagine that. But I guess it really just takes a lot. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of courage, a lot of responsibility. So there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah. And you got, and like Marissa said, there's different jobs that will, where you're required to have long hours, depending on what it is. But I think even in the long hours, when you love what you do, even when you're tired, you'll be like, oh, You're gonna be like, all right, let's go. So, those are all the parts that come with it, as well, the long hours and everything. But I think, like Captain Boutte mentioned, he said, even after the long hours, you're there with the other captains and other firefighters, and so you have time to kind of like some time to refresh even after a long night, and keep it going, making a difference, right? And that's what we all get to do. We do it here at the center. Peyton, you're doing it now. You're gonna do that all the more. And so for all of our youth at the Wooten Center, we want to see you guys accomplish your goals and make a difference in the world. It's not just about making money. You're gonna make good money, and do what you love. Do what you're passionate about. Do what makes your heart sing. If I were to pay you $1, you'll be like, oh, okay. Like that. And so, and we want you all to enjoy life, and it will pay you what you're worth when you're doing what you love. People will seek you out. They'll say, Dr. Peyton, I need you, right? Dr. Marissa, Miss Marissa Esquire, we need you. Hello, Miss Marissa, she's becoming a lawyer, you guys. All right. I'm doing what I went to school for, right? And so, director of an after-school program. That's what I wanted to do from when I was in college. And so we've got doctors, we've got lawyers here, we've got engineers here, all those good things. Any other comments, you guys? I want to share some information that is in our wonderful e-newsletter that went out today. And so you want to make sure you are in the know of what is going on at the center. And let me just give me 1 second as I pull it up. Any other questions or comments? And just so you all know too, this is our last college and career day for this semester. And we are getting ready. In 2 weeks, we're gonna have our showcase. And so join us for our showcase. And then we also have our virtual graduation as well. So we're gonna be celebrating all of our graduates. Peyton is one of our graduates. We have so many just awesome things happening. And so we are happy to celebrate with you, Peyton, and all of our other graduates.
Thank you for all your love and support that you give us as seniors and as kids of the next generation.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. And Peyton, even when you graduate, we want you to come back and share with the youth, the next generation of youth that's going to be at the center. And so we want you to share with them and, encourage them, because they're going to be just like you, going off to college and everything like that. So yeah. Okay, let me reshare it one more time. So, uh-oh. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna have our wonderful showcase on the 27th. So join us, and all the youth are gonna be sharing what they've done for this semester so far. Also, for Parent Power Group, we are going to have the topic here, helping families stay connected. So join us for Parent Power Group. Antonio Pacencia will be sharing with us. And so he will share new and exciting ways that LAUSD families can engage in their schools and the district via school volunteerism and online mobile peer support, parent-led councils, and more. So feel free to RSVP at wootencenter.org/events. for all of these wonderful speakers. Next week, we're going to have Miss Wendy making it through the tough times. And so wonderful workshops that you can plug into. We're doing our iReady Diagnostics Youth, so don't miss out. You're going to get a $25 Amazon gift card when you finish by May 26th. And then you'll earn Wooten dollars still as well by completing it by June 30th. And we're going to have our Wooten dollar store where you'll shop on May 28th to the 31st. So join us. So Peyton, you get Wooten dollars just for being here tonight. Wow. In addition to the card that
I'm
gonna
sorry,
send-
I'm a little confused. What are Wooten dollars for?
Oh, what are Wooten dollars? Wooten dollars are for, so when you attend all of our activities, workshops, classes, tutoring, you get to earn Wooten dollars. And basically you're going to get to shop in our Wooten dollar store. And in the dollar store, you're going to, you actually get to shop, your dollars get converted to real dollars and you get to shop at Walmart and choose whatever prizes you want to earn.
Okay, and are you able to tell me how many Wooten dollars I have?
Absolutely, because you've been participating. Yes. And so absolutely. And then we have our virtual graduation coming up. And so, so Peyton, that's you. So we need you to send your pictures with your cap and gowns and your major and what college you plan to attend. What major and college you plan to attend, so we can include it into the graduation presentation. So be sure to send that to parents@wootencenter.org. And then this coming Tuesday will be the last day for the Nickelodeon series. It's gonna be great. And so Steam Coders has invited their partner Nickelodeon to join us, and they're gonna have Nick turns. So if you ever thought about maybe potentially being an intern at Nickelodeon, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to hear from current interns and what you would need to do in order to become an intern possibly and work at Nickelodeon, which is really, really cool. So check it out, check it out. And so see all of these other information in our e-news. Summer Fun Camp is just around the corner. And so join us for the summer. I'll see, this is what I wanted. Join us for the summer. You see our summer flyer here, Exploring Engineering. So we're gonna have a lot of fun this summer. And our teens, you can be a teen helper and work this summer. And you may have a paid or non-paid internship. We have partners that will pay you all to work at the center and at other sites based on your interests as well. And so those are all opportunities you can take advantage of as well. And there's private tutoring, all kinds of good stuff. All right, so check out your e-newsletter with all of our scholarships and all the different opportunities that are available and community resources as well. Be sure to see all these different things down here for all of us. All right, so it's been wonderful. Thank you everyone for joining us for College and Career Day today. And you too can achieve all your goals. Peyton, yes.
Oh, I'm gonna wait till the end of the meeting.
Oh, you have a question? You have a question just for me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Peyton, you hang out, and then YouTube, everyone on YouTube, our family there, thank you, and you guys have a great night. Oh, Miss Mercy, you could stop the stream.